Good morning. We are going to be talking about a homeschooler's daily to-do list. Hello, Ghostbuster. Are you a homeschooler? We are going to talk about the things that we should strive to do every day. Hello to all of you who are joining us. If you are homeschoolers, you will enjoy this short broadcast. If you're not, you probably won't enjoy this scope. Are any of you homeschoolers and you are interested in having a daily to-do list, a daily list of things that you should strive to do every day? I hope you are. Oh, good. I'm getting some hearts, so I must be. I'm going to introduce myself. I am Dr. Melanie Wilson. I'm just Melanie for my friends, but I am a Christian psychologist turned homeschooling mother of 6. My oldest is in college, but I'm still a mother of 6, and I'm still a homeschooler. And I blog at psychowith6.com, and all of my Periscope information is at psychowith6, the number 6.com/Periscope. You can find any of the links that I will be discussing today right there on that page. Well, if any of you who are left have a daily to-do list for your homeschool, what is something that you absolutely have to do every day in your homeschooling? Maybe you're not homeschooling right now like I am not because it's summertime, but do you have something that you have to get done every day? One of the things that I have to get done is I have to pray. As a Christian psychologist and a Christian homeschooling mother, prayer is vitally important to our homeschool. One of the ways that we like to pray together as a family when we are starting our homeschool day is, thank you so much, is we like to go around and talk about something that we're thankful for. Hello, Smoky Bacon. Welcome. We're talking about daily homeschooling to-dos. We like to go around and say one thing that we're thankful for, one thing that we are sorry for, that we regret, and then one thing that we need help with. We go around and do that, and oftentimes I'm surprised by what my children say. Maybe I'm irritated that my kids haven't been cleaning their room really well or working hard on their chores, and when they say that they need forgiveness for that, it really softens my heart toward them and starts our day off really well. Hello, welcome to this scope. The other thing that we love to do for our prayer time is we love to take the Christmas cards that we receive in November and December, and we love to pray over them. Hello, thanks so much for joining us. I love to explain to my kids who these people are. They may not know, they may be friends of mine or extended family members who live away. And I can explain how I'm related to them or their dad is, and then we pray for them. And it's a really neat time. And a lot of times I've gotten incredible feedback from the people that we've been praying for, that it's been effective. The prayer of a righteous man is effective. All right, well, the second thing that is a daily to-do in our homeschool, and maybe it should be for you too, and I bet it is if you are a homeschooler, that is read. Having some time to read, whether that is individual time that the kids spend reading a book for pleasure, or maybe that has been assigned to them. I like to assign maybe books that go along with the period of history that we are studying. Hello, Hovius 2448. Welcome to our scope this morning. But what I really, really love to do is I love to read aloud to my kids. Our favorite thing is to read literature that tends to go with the period of history that we are studying in Mystery of History. That's the history curriculum that we use. But no matter what you're doing, read aloud. Oh, let's see, who am I reeling in life? Is that correct? That is great. Read alouds are some of the best memories that you can make with your kids. Just that exciting time, especially if you have really good books that you're reading. One of the series that we read this past year that my kids just took off on, we read the first book together, but then they decided to keep going with it. Hello, Organized Island. Thanks for joining us. Is the Raiders of the Sea. It's a whole Viking series. It's a whole Viking series, and it doesn't sound that exciting, but it was great. It was absolutely great. Hi. Hello, Amy W. Welcome to the broadcast. We are talking, thank you for those hearts. We are talking about daily homeschool to-dos, things that you strive at least to accomplish every day in your homeschool. And I'm sharing a little bit about what we do in our school to maybe give you some ideas, but I want to hear about what you do too. And some of you have been sharing some of the things that you love and appreciate. So we've talked about prayer, reading. Those are two must-dos for our daily homeschool. The next one is solve or calculate or review math facts, depending on where your kids are, whether they're elementary age, even preschoolers. But math is so very important. As someone who has high school students who have been taking the ACT in preparation for college, math is a big part of any college entrance exam that you take. So math is something that you really want to focus time and energy on in your homeschool. But it doesn't have to be just doing math work, although that's important, but playing math games. Oh, perfect. With SwareKit. Okay, I'm going to have to look that up. What is SwareKit? Hopefully she'll tell us what SwareKit is, and that sounds interesting, and maybe I can add the link to this scope on my psychowith6.com/Periscope page. But that sounds really interesting. Playing some math games or just doing some math fact drills to keep everybody sharp. It's an exercise app. Okay, very good. I'm going to look that up. But just spending a little bit of time to keep your kids' math skills sharp is absolutely worthwhile. Okay, the other thing that you can spend time doing every day, I think is really important, is to give your kids some time to create. Spend some time creating. It doesn't have to be art. It could be doing something with Legos. It could be writing. Whatever your kids like to do, it could be building a fort. But if you spend some time with your kids, allowing them to let their creative juices flow, maybe working on computer programs. There's so many great things where you can let your kids create their own computer games. What are some things that you that you have your kids do to create as part of your homeschooling? I would love to hear about that. I have to admit, I'm not like a huge fan of a lot of art. My daughter does a lot on her own, but including some kind of creating time is excellent. And then that is the fourth one. And then the fifth thing that I think is really important as part of a daily homeschool to-do list is to spend some time testing, and that is science. It doesn't have to be actual experiments. It could be a nature walk, but just kind of testing the environment and learning more about it. Really important, especially if you have a child who's going to go into a science career. But of course, you never know. Hello, Simo. You don't know who is going to, which of your children are going to go into, Lego, doodling, coloring during read aloud. Excellent way. So you're knocking out two things. Hello. Oh, hello from Cape. I am doing well. I am just a little bit sad because I sent my daughter off to camp this morning, and I'm really going to miss her. But doing some time in science is just so important, even if it just helps your child to respect the world around him or her and be in awe of this world that we have. Excellent place. Hello, Lazy Espinoza. My daughter is 11 years old. Yeah, and this is the first time she's going to be away from home for multiple days. So we will miss her. Thank you. And then the final thing, it is a good age. The sixth thing that I have on my daily homeschool to-do list is play. It's really easy to get carried away with having a massive list of things we think we need to be doing. You know, I've been guilty of it. I think, oh, I need to teach, you know, I need to be teaching cooking, and I need to be teaching computer programming, and I need to be, you know, memorizing the capitals of every country of the world and being able to draw a world map. I mean, my followers on my Facebook page, which is Facebook Sanity, they go crazy for geography stuff. And I get that. We all want our kids to be well-rounded and to be well-versed in all these different subjects. But reeling in life, she is so correct. Play is the biggest learning engine. Do I have training in teaching? Well, I taught at the university level because I have a PhD. But am I a trained teacher? No. I am a homeschooler. And in my state, I am allowed to teach my own children. But I have been homeschooling for 16 years, actually, which is amazing to me. And I feel like I've definitely learned by doing. So, and there are, if you're not a homeschooler, which you probably are not, there are just incredible resources out there to help homeschoolers like myself teach their own children. And there are incredible resources for teaching your children, even if your child is in school. Okay, but play is the sixth to-do on my to-do list, and it is really, really important, even if you just give your kids some run-around time, some recess time outside. Let them get bored and let them come up with their own ways of playing. Why is it important to you to homeschool? Well, that's a very good question. I'm a Christian, and so I felt called to homeschool my children. It wasn't that I thought, oh, the schools are terrible, so I'm not going to send them to school. It wasn't even that I experienced bullying as a child, although that should have figured into it. But then after I explored it for a while, and I did a lot of reading about homeschooling, I felt like it was the best choice for my child. Academically, homeschoolers score at least 4 grade levels ahead of their public school counterparts in 8th grade. And it provides for an incredible opportunity for family closeness. My child is, hello from Dubai. Oh, welcome so much to this scope. We've just been talking about daily homeschool to-dos and what's on your daily homeschool to-do list. And then I've been explaining why I felt called to homeschool. It has been a huge blessing, something that I don't regret at all. My oldest child, not that this is a requirement for homeschooling, but my oldest child is going to college on a full scholarship. So he's been really, really blessed by homeschooling, and our whole family has. It's been wonderful. So I highly commend it. Okay, so those are the daily homeschool to-dos that I have on my list that I commend to you. Thank you, LFC Church. I'm going to go over them. I'll just review them real quickly, and then if you have any others that you want to add, I would love to hear them. So I have number 1, pray. Number 2, read. Number 3, solve. So do some math. Do some math or some math review or some math games. Spend some time creating. Test the environment. Do some science experiments. Get out in nature. And then finally, number 6 is play. Spend some time and play. Thanks so much for those hearts. I really appreciate it. I love scoping and sharing these ideas with you. Do you have any other daily homeschool to-dos, things that you need to do every day that you would add to that list? All right. Any questions before we say goodbye for the morning? All right. Thanks so much. Oh, wait. Periscope doesn't recognize hashtags. I agree. Right. But when it gets sent out to Twitter, then those hashtags appear. At least that's my understanding when I get it sent out. So anyway, thank you so much. All right. Have a great day. Oh, how do you manage social opportunities for your children in the homeschool environment? Doug, that's a great question. Um, Very good question. My community where I live, I'm in St. Louis, Missouri. It's a big homeschooling area. And when I used to get our homeschooling newsletter in paper, it was a 75-page newsletter, a list of opportunities a list of opportunities for my kids to socialize with other homeschooled kids and even non-homeschooled kids as well. Socializing has not been an issue at all for my kids, not at all. First of all, I have 6 kids. We have kids in the neighborhood that my kids get together with. We are in a co-op that meets in our home. We're in a huge co-op with about 400 families that we do things with as well. They do PE classes with other homeschoolers, and then they do all the non-homeschool activities and sports too. But yeah, it's a valid question. As a psychologist, a clinical psychologist, I was worried about my children having enough social interaction, and as it turns out, I had no reason to worry at all. All right. Well, thank you so much for that question and for joining me. Again, you can find any of the links to this on psychowith6.com/Periscope. Have a great day, guys.